Welcome to Business and Finance, the community of those who want to become a millionaire. In today's video we will talk about Jeff Bezos. He is recognized as the richest man in the world of the modern era. From humble origins to the founding of Amazon, the largest and most indispensable online store on the planet, through a job at McDonald's and various professional experiences. He is one of the most important high-tech figures. His is the unique story of a self-made man who has built a great success and $1 billion income. Origins, family and first vocations. Jeffrey Preston Bezos aka Jeff was born in Albuquerque, New Mexico, on January 12, 1964. He is the son of Jacqueline, a 17-year-old single mother, and Ted Jorgensen. His childhood is characterized by a situation of particular unease and instability and, at the age of 4, his parents separate and his mother is married in a second marriage to a young Cuban immigrant, Miguel Bezos. It is at that moment that little Jeff acquires the surname by which he is known all over the world. The family then moved to Houston, Texas. From an early age he showed a considerable interest in technology, as well as in the functioning of things in general. He was able to disassemble his cradle with a screwdriver, as he found it uncomfortable. Transforming his home garage into a small workshop, he builds simple electronic equipment, including an electric alarm to keep his younger brothers out of his room. In Texas he also used to spend summers on his grandfather's ranch, one of the most important and significant figures in his life, where he learned to castrate bulls and repair windmills. Also worth mentioning is his summer job as a teenager as a waiter at McDonald's, an experience he considered bankruptcy. This failure led him to found the Dream Institute summer camp, where he teaches other kids about creative thinking. The university and the first jobs. Extremely determined and focused on studying, Bezos graduated from Princeton University with a degree in computer science at just 24. He rejects numerous job offers, including Intel and Bell Labs, who had found interest in his potential, as his goal was to go on his own. He founds a startup that sends news by fax. But this too is a bankruptcy project since it does not find lenders. Economic needs therefore lead him to accept a job in the hedge fund company D. E. Shaw & Company. Thanks to his skills, he became its vice president in just 4 years. However, despite his career having started and the financial sector safe and profitable, Jeff Bezos quit his job in 1994 with the desire to exploit the potential of the online market, in those years in growth and still no man's land. The birth of Amazon. Moving to Seattle, Bezos has the idea of launching an online bookstore, Cadabra, which will immediately become Amazon, in homage to the Amazon River. Amazon was born inside a dilapidated garage heated by a stove, and a business plan written during a car trip, which expected to have no income for the next 5 years. Initially a bookstore of just 20 books, Amazon.com quickly grew, offering a wider choice of titles, greater than any other mail-order shop or retailer. In 1996 it already sold books throughout the United States and 45 other foreign countries. Without any promotion. Contrary to expectations, the choice expands to video games, movies, music albums, and even home appliances, with sales generating up to $20,000 a week. It was listed on the stock exchange in 1997, in the Nasdaq index. The operation made many analysts and market experts questioned as close to the new millennium, and with the risk of a crisis in the dot-com activities, Bezos' business would have been destined to fail. Instead, the exact opposite occurs and, in addition to resisting, Amazon becomes the leader in world e-commerce, even surpassing its competitors. Leveraging its growth, Amazon continues to diversify its offerings, also distributing clothing, toys and various product categories through numerous business partnerships. Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world. Thanks to Amazon's investments and success, Jeff Bezos has the opportunity to buy the Washington Post in 2013 and the Whole Foods chain in 2017. Among his activities there is also Blue Origin, a company that experiments with tourist flights in space, which aims the inclusion of scheduled flights outside the planet. Jeff Bezos was married from 1993 to January 2019 to Mackenzie Tuttle, known during her stint at D. E. Shaw & Company. He had 4 children with her. In addition to being a famous and respected entrepreneur worldwide, he is also a philanthropist. In fact, there are many of his huge donations in favor of humanitarian causes, such as cancer research, the rights of American journalists, the right to study and integration, and in favor of use of renewable energies. He is also a supporter of same-sex marriages. A very demanding and confident manager of the potential of his market, he is also very thrifty, minimizing the benefits for Amazon employees and his collaborators, then optimizing the times for his activities. Calculating and pragmatic, he is also tied to critical thinking, frequently inviting his collaborators to discuss and make proposals. Today Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world, although he contends for this title with 3 to 4 other people every year. It depends on the value of the Amazon shares, which can vary. But what matters is that Bezos is the living embodiment of the dream American. Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world and the practical example of the American dream. In short, Jeff Bezos is the true self-made man, the man who made himself everything, without being rich in a family, managed to build a real empire. It must be said, however, that Bezos is a real shark as an entrepreneur, the typical entrepreneur who uses all strategies, even the morally questionable ones, to be successful. He is someone who invests almost all of his earnings in the company. He is the one who moves to the limits of tax and entrepreneurial laws. He is the type of entrepreneur who exploits everything and everyone, from employees to the states that allow it. He is not like Google entrepreneurs who treat their employees with white gloves. His company is not like Facebook, which is very careful about what users post and deletes things that are not politically correct. In short, Bezos is not an entrepreneur to follow as a deontology, but he is certainly an entrepreneur to follow on how he manages to develop an innovative company and make that sector almost a monopoly. What can you do now? Simple, subscribe to the channel to not miss new updates. Write us in the comments that other videos you would like to see. Choose one of the methods we have listed for you. Arm yourself with motivation and get started. With